Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Famula One. I'm your host, Jamie. I'm here with my sister, Jack.
Hi, everybody.
And we did take a little bit of time off. Happy holidays, happy new year. We were also a day late to recording. That's because we both got COVID over Christmas. Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, I got COVID, which was interesting, very unexpected. So
Yeah, shout
having
out
it,
to our 6-month-old nephew. I
yeah,
blame him. He got sick first, so
he was the first one to show symptoms that we didn't think were actually symptoms. We thought he just had a cold, but babies can't tell you. It was nice though, I will say, to just watch Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper get drunk live instead of watching the
yeah,
recaps.
yeah.
So that was nice.
Yeah, it was all good. We both did have New Year's plans that obviously we canceled. I was supposed to host a party that then was hosted, by a neighbor, so it all worked out and then they dropped off actually a drink and a little treat for me. So,
Oh, that's so
I still I
nice.
still got to celebrate a little bit. But
Oh, that is so sweet.
we are starting the year off on a little bit of an odd note, but I we've had it. I think we're hopefully okay for a
I
little
think we're
bit.
good for a while, and then this definitely kicked my butt into making sure I get my booster when I need to because I kept putting it off, and then look what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. But, it's all good. I have some tea, so hopefully my voice will be okay for this episode. Hopefully I don't sound robotic like I did a few episodes ago.
No,
And yeah. We're just
that's
gonna
what
have a
I'm
little bit
hoping
of fun.
for the 2024 year of episodes is no mic issues.
Yeah, which I believe is a very tall order. I don't know what it is with us and our mics. We just can't get it together.
We're
Like
trying.
we have the same mic that we both use for recording actual episodes. These things are the most sensitive mics on planet Earth.
So sensitive.
And then we have our travel mics that we use at races. And those, I think we did get the hang of those towards the end, but those are also extremely sensitive. If you hold them just a centimeter too close to your face, it's like you are screaming
Yeah.
into the mic. So have some patience with us as we get back into racing as well. Just pre-caveating that because that audio
Yeah.
is going to sound real crazy.
That audio is going to be interesting for sure.
Yeah, yeah. But as we go, we're in the year. There's going to be racing this year. Very exciting. Not too much news beyond the Sauber team announcement that they teased forever ago. So that was released. It was released by Drake, I guess.
Yeah.
Drake's audio.
It was
They had Drake record it.
is it like an AI thing?
I
I
thought it
think
might
it
have
was
been. I don't
actually
know.
Drake. I think it was actually Drake. Could have been done by AI, but I don't think you're, like, allowed to
That's
do that.
illegal. That's got to be illegal.
I
But
wanna
it's
know,
just,
so is he now involved in the team now? Is that just, like, maybe I'm just assuming because Alpine has so many famous investors, now Drake's jumping on board, but
I don't know. Is stake the gambling, the online betting? What is stake?
ooh, I don't know.
Because there was
I'll
one
look
of
it up.
their sponsors is some like online thing that has a bunch of influencers, I think, associated with it. Because I know they had like all of them advertised on one of their liveries.
Yeah, so Stake was founded in 2017. It is a crypto casino and sports betting. What that means, I don't know.
Okay. So I wonder if Drake's involved in that. Like all celebrities love crypto.
Yeah. This also does this not kind of remind you of some of the sponsors that uh Haas has had in the
Yeah.
past?
I mean, like, crypto's, FTX was a sponsor of
Oh,
Mercedes.
Mercedes, yeah. Forgot
Uh,
about that.
yeah, but so the team name, the official team name is Stake F1 Team. I have several things about this. One, I'm just going to call it Sauber. So
So Sauber is gonna be providing their engine for 2024 and 2025. So that's
I'm
it,
just
though.
calling it. Yeah, I'm just
And
calling it that.
you're still gonna call
It's
it
gonna be
Sauber?
Sauber, and then it's gonna be Audi. For me, personally, that's what's gonna happen.
Poor Steak, they spent so much money, Jamie. Come
I
on.
don't care. I don't care. It also really annoyed me the how much of a fuss they made about it.
Well, they
And
had
the
Drake announce it, of course they made a fuss.
okay, but the craziest part is on Twitter, they were like freaking out about it. They were going crazy. They were, oh, our new announcement's coming on, New Year's Day at this time. And then they never tweet. They never,
Oh.
I haven't checked, but all day that day, like none of them, nobody ever posted an update to the Twitter. I checked the Twitter because I was like, oh, they said they'd announce it at this time. There was nothing. I found this out from scrolling my little TikTok and seeing it on my For You page.
Oh, yeah, I
Somebody
saw it on
else
TikTok
posted it.
too.
So the whole thing, that's just made me more and more resistant to calling it steak. So it is Sauber, in my opinion. And
Do you
that's
think we'll
the
get a Valtteri and Zhou Guanyu mukbang?
oh, like steak the food.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be down.
That'd be sick. It'd be easy. Just
I
have
think we
them
need
go
more
to a
Elton
steakhouse.
Joe content, regardless of what it ends up being. I'll just take it.
100%.
So
Yeah. We'll see. I'm interested to see what it will look like, I guess. I don't really know. I don't think I'm actually that
also,
interested.
their other thing is like the all the ads and stuff have been green. I wonder if they're going to be green now.
Oh, yeah, like a neon green.
I don't like that either.
Well, that's just like that's Lewis's thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on hater mode right now, but I'm allowed to be. I have COVID. So
It's an excuse for anything. I have
yeah,
COVID.
I have COVID. Be nice. And then the only other notable really news that we could find was the ranking of the drivers from the F1 team principals came out. So
Do you wanna
the
just run
driver
through
one
them
also
quick?
came out. Yeah, we can just run through them. So they ranked Max first, then Alonso, then Lando, then Charles Leclerc, then Lewis, then Carlos, then Oscar, Alex, George, and Mr. Checo Perez coming in 10th.
Did you have any immediate thoughts about it?
I did. I was like, ooh, blow to Checo that your peers rated you 10th when you finished second in the championship.
Yeah. I was like, "Okay, so we're not taking that into account at all." Max is obviously gonna be first. That does not that won't change. The other thing that I was like, I don't think Charles is 4th.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
don't think he had a 4th type of a year.
yeah, I'm also kind of shocked that Oscar and Alex aren't higher.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, I could see that. I thought Alex was pretty spot on.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree. I agree with the top three. I agree that Max. I think Fernando had a really strong year.
Mhm.
Obviously, I mean, to look at where Aston started pre 2023, and even towards the end of the year when they had those performance struggles, he was
Yeah.
still doing the best that he could with the car that he had. Lando obviously had some amazing drives, so I think that makes sense. Um, I find it a little surprising. I think Charles, Lewis, and Carlos all had really strong years. I just find it a little surprising that they're all above Oscar,
I just
especially
don't
Oscar being a rookie.
I don't know if it's me being a hater, but I really don't think Charles's year was as great for him to be 4th. I think he
Yeah,
actually had a pretty terrible year for him.
yeah.
This
I
is
mean,
gonna be like this is gonna be like us calling the W14 terrible, and everyone's gonna come for me. But it for
can't
him.
come
I
for
don't
us.
think
We
it's.
have COVID.
I think it wasn't a good year with how talented he is. I don't
Yeah,
think
but I
so.
think also taking into account the car. I mean, they had what fourth fastest car, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there's things out of control, but you're not on the track, you're not on the track. You can't prove
Mhm.
yourself, you can't show your talent. So, when he has, like, so many DNFs and do not starts, all that stuff, it just I don't know. I think Carlos overall performed better than him. I think Lewis performed better than him. I'm trying to think who else is on this list. I think George being towards the bottom is accurate.
Yeah. I think George being there is accurate. I think, um, though I did
Checo being
say,
at the
like,
bottom I feel like they're being so harsh on Checo
yeah.
when Charles had, like, very similar DNFs, do not starts, out in
Yeah, but think
qualies.
about quali.
Yeah,
Checo
I
or Charles had a much stronger year in quali. I mean, he put the car on pole
yeah,
several times. Checo really struggled in quali. He had that stint of like so many,
yeah.
what was it, Q2 exits? Um, so I think that definitely contributes. I think putting him at 10th, I mean, he still pulled out P2 in the
Yeah.
championship, so that might be a bit harsh. Um, I think I see where you're coming from on your stance with Charles. I think I find Charles Hamilton, Carlos, I find those to be somewhat interchangeable in
Mm,
my reflection of the season as performances go. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Lewis, I think, had a really strong season. I mean, he was chasing P2 at one point. Had he
yeah.
not gotten disqualified in Austin? No.
I don't
When did
remember.
they
I
get
blocked that out.
disqualified?
Um, but the other thing too is, uh, who else was I gonna talk about just now? I don't know. I think, like, you look at the people who've won this year. Obviously, a majority of it was Max. But Checo was also won twice this season.
Mhm.
Carlos also won. I don't know. I think those points are obviously more and more important than getting on pole every now and then. Sorry, Charles.
You're on hater mode
I
today.
know, no, like, and I do really like Charles. I just don't think that he fourth is. I think you're being very generous.
Yeah. I think, I mean, it's interesting to think, to see that, obviously this is coming from professionals and they have more context
That
than we
too.
do. So it's interesting to see these rankings and to think like, oh, with our perspective, we maybe would change things around, but they're approaching it with a different lens, um, and seeing things more as they are, even if
Yeah,
even if you're not on the Ferrari engineering team, if you are in this industry, you hear things, you see things with the
yeah.
car. So you just kind of have a little bit of a different perspective maybe than us just watching. So it's interesting.
It's a very diplomatic answer.
I don't want anyone to get mad at me. I'm feeling fragile.
An emotionally fragile state.
um but that's really all the news. Like we're in the holiday season, we're not stirring things
Holiday
up.
season. Everybody's just commenting on their cars for next year.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all the news is.
Yeah, and then they're, announcing we do have some car launch dates coming out. So we'll obviously report on those as they happen. We'll give our opinions on. Hopefully, we have some fun liveries and things to talk about. Maybe they'll
Yeah,
have.
I want something crazy.
Yeah, yeah. That actually does lead me to today's episode topic. And you'll see why when I talk about it. It's going to be a while from now, but I'll call back. um, but we're not feeling well. We're coming off of the holiday season. We're all heading back to work. Maybe you are also sick like us. So we just wanted to have a little bit of fun today. And so we have gone ahead and, for the new year, drawn up our ins and outs for motorsport of the year. So
Yeah.
what's on trend, what's in, what's happening, and what's out? What are we leaving in 2023?
Okay. I might have done this wrong.
Jack is giving millennial with not understanding this
I'm a
episode. We'll see.
zillennial, technically, I think. So this is where it's shining through. We'll see. I don't know. You'll see what I say when I start saying
Yeah.
mine.
Do you want to? I'm thinking we each do like an in and then we'll each do an out and we'll kind of
Okay.
just go
I
that
like
way.
that. Yeah. Keep it on track.
Yeah. Do you want to start or do you want me to?
Yeah, because I think you can guess my first N. I think you could.
Is it Lando Norris winning a race?
No.
Oh.
LL Cool J.
Oh,
Bringing him back. He's in. He's locked
for,
in.
for Miami or just for
I think we need him more than just Miami, but if we can only get him for Miami, I know he's a busy guy.
yeah.
He's doing lots of things. So,
I love it.
in his announcer, I think he was great. I love him.
Yeah. I love it. This is perfect. You're doing great so far. This
Thank you.
my
She was
first
much needed.
my first in of 2024 is turning off the TV when your fave is having a bad race. Because listen, we have 24 races this year just in F1. That's not even taking into account IndyCar, F2, F3, F1 Academy. We also have to watch WEC now because Mick Schumacher and Callum Ilott are in WEC now.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot happening, and I do not have the mental strength to watch races where things go wrong anymore. I can't do it. And this is self-care. I
Yeah.
will be turning the TV off. So just know if we're watching a race and Carlo DNFs, I will be turning the TV off and then we'll be listening to the next following episode of Formula One. I will not have watched the race because I'm turning it off. I can't do it.
We'll have to text each other being like, I'm out. I'm out.
I'm out. I'm out.
So you have to watch it.
Yeah. Best of luck. Oh yeah. Should we do it like Survivor style? Like
Yeah.
if one of us turns it off, the other person has to, no matter what.
Has to
watch.
watch. Has to watch it.
Yeah. So we're on our wellness and healing journeys this year. So I will not be.
Mental health is a
Brazil.
priority in 2024.
Yeah.
So
Charles Leclerc DNFing or did not starting, crashing on the formation lap. Yeah. No. TV would have been off.
TV would have been
Not
off,
happening.
honestly. Be like
All right.
Tommy. It's
Yeah.
Tommy, right?
Yeah. When he just walks out of the room.
He's just like,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Outs, right?
Outs. Yeah. What's your first out?
My first out is drivers blaming each other for obvious crashes that were their own fault. Does that make sense? Esteban Ocon, George Russell.
I kind of like that though. It's kind of funny.
I'm done. Yeah, that's mine.
My first one is rude and or underprepared celebrities on the grid walk when Martin comes up to them.
Okay, so I've gotten different things from because actually grid walks was one of my ends. I've heard that they're not allowed to talk to him.
I don't know why that would be the case. I guess maybe if they're like, I don't know. That doesn't.
You could still be kind and
Yeah, you can
say,
still be nice, and you can also
Yeah.
still like. We are in now the year of our Lord 2024. We know how popular this sport is.
Yeah.
Even if they themselves don't follow the sport, whoever their publicist or like whoever invited them needs to be like, hey, here's 3 quick facts just in case. Like
Yeah.
I'm not expecting everyone to have this like insane knowledge of the sport. We don't need that. I just need like you to know a driver's name so that when Martin says, who are you rooting for? You can say somebody.
Yeah, and it should be the team that brought you there, you should say that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. They seem to not care though when
No.
so that seems okay.
They just
Um,
gotta wear the merch, I
yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the unhinged moments, let's leave those to Martin Brundle.
Yeah.
Don't take it upon yourself, celebrities, to do it yourself.
Just a quick Google and then just be kind.
We'll
Be
happily follow you along on those grid walks and whisper in your ear like in The Devil
Yeah.
Wears Prada.
Oh, happily. Any celebs that are
Happily.
going to the races, let us know. We will be there. You just have to pay for our flights, our tickets, and our hotels.
That's it.
That's it. And then
It
we'll
will
give you the
save
fast.
you years of ridicule. So,
Yeah,
I think it's a good
exactly.
trade-off.
Exactly. Back to the ins. What else is in?
No hair product George Russell is in for me.
Mm. Oh, yeah. He should never, ever gel his hair again.
Hide that gel product.
Yeah.
Hide
And
it
I
from him.
I feel like he's committed to it. I feel like we haven't seen him with gelled hair.
I don't think so. I haven't looked at his Instagram recently, honestly. So I don't know. Maybe he would do I would think maybe New Year's. If he didn't do it for New Year's, I think we're safe.
Yeah. I think he should grow it out just slightly too. Just
Yeah,
slightly.
I
Yeah.
think so. He's got some curls.
Mhm. Let him
As a curly-haired girl, we love curly hair. Big
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah, big fans even though I typically straighten mine, but that's a me thing.
That's your choice.
Yeah. George, you don't get a choice.
You don't get a choice.
You have to let them fly.
Let
Um, my next one is in for 2024, Nico Rosberg, both as a person and a concept and an aesthetic, just everything. He's just
just
in.
everything.
Nico Rosberg is in for
I love
2024.
it. I
We
love
love
it.
Nico.
I love Nico Rosberg. Oh
And
my god.
that is an open-ended in. That is whatever
Mhm.
that means to you. That could be, the attitude of Nico Rosberg, the his rich Monaco aesthetic. It could be
Yeah.
watching everything that he's ever done. Anything. He's
Yeah.
in.
He's in. I'd also love like a documentary with him in it. I want him to be more in Drive to Survive. Why can't we have him on as like a consultant?
Yeah.
I'd love that.
Yeah. Like we need more. More
Sky
Nico.
Sports, we need more Nico.
Yes. Sky Sports, get the memo. Nico Rosberg is in for 2024.
Yeah.
Especially Nico Rosberg in his fun little tan suit.
Yes, the tan suit.
I
We're
love
big
it.
fans of tan here.
Yes, if you're listening and not watching us, Jack is wearing a full tan fit with
Yeah.
a tan hat and a tan sweater, and I love it. She is on the fence.
I love a monochromatic look. I've never really executed it to this extent before. So,
I love it.
if you're listening, don't go look at our socials.
Do go look at her socials and give Jack a little nice comment about how much you love her monochromatic fit.
Well, and also this is a Sunday I'm probably really close to the mic, sorry. Sunday Avenue Paddock hat. I got this for Christmas, and I'm
Love.
obsessed with it. You guys should go look at Sunday Avenue. They've got really cool stuff.
Yes, yes. Shout out Sunday Avenue. I am also wearing some new Formula One stuff, but mine is from Abercrombie. But this is a Williams crew neck. We love her also.
I have the McLaren one. It is my favorite sweatshirt. It is the most comfortable sweatshirt I own.
I love it.
Worth
I
every
really like
penny,
it.
honestly.
I think it's on
And
sale right now.
they have Williams, McLaren, and then Alfa Romeo, I think, are the only 3 that they have right now. But this the designs are really cool. The stuff is so comfortable. Highly recommend.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right, we're on to outs.
Okay, thank God you were tracking. I totally forgot. Out for me. Which one do I want to choose? The full wets. I think that they're stupid. No one uses them.
Oh, welcome back to Tire Talks.
Tire Talks, first one of 2024. Take out the full wets and bring in one of the old compounds, like the extra softs or the extra hards or something. Bring in something because no one uses the full wets. It's a waste of product.
What about fixing
Bring
the full wets?
no.
Okay.
I guess that could be, but I want my pink stripe extra softs.
What if we just made one of the tires pink stripe? I'd be in for that.
I'd be in for that too. That could be an in.
My next out is possibly timely. I hope I'm wrong, but out for 2024, fake DTS storylines.
Yeah, that's a great one.
I have this feeling based on being influenced by Twitter and TikTok that they are going to make it seem like Oscar and Lando hate each other. And I really don't appreciate
No.
that at all.
Do they
So they shouldn't
really?
do that. That's the theories, the theory based on nothing. But
Honestly, I'm so shocked still. Like I've said this a couple of times. I've talked about this with our dad of why I don't know why Lando continues to do Drive to Survive because like Max didn't do it one year.
yeah.
I'm still shocked because they throw Lando under the bus and make him look awful every single season.
Yeah.
Every single one.
I wonder if it's because this has been confirmed that this happens on Bravo. I wonder if it's the same thing. If like maybe he pissed off a producer or something, so they just
Oh.
always give him a terrible edit. Like they do that
Or
on Bravo. If the producers don't like you, you get a bad edit.
yeah. Or yeah, they just like certain people more, and so they need, like, their villains or
Yeah.
something. Yeah,
Yeah. I
because
mean, well, he did say like that thing about how he doesn't have sympathy for Daniel when Daniel was struggling at McLaren. But the thing is, they went back to that so many times. Like it's one comment.
yeah. It's one comment. I think he's there's a compilation, I think it's on TikTok. It's, like, one of my favorite things. It's just Lando being, um, sassy and un-PR trained for 2 minutes. And
Well,
it's things like he'll say things like that, and it's just him not being PR trained of how to express what he's really thinking.
I mean, in that one specifically, it was like the question was, "Do you like have sympathy?" And he's like, "I can try to help him, but no, I don't have sympathy for him." Which
Yeah,
like
it's just again
isn't that
taken.
yeah, it got taken and like ran with, but they like yeah, they do not like Lando. I mean, but I think if you also look at Max didn't do it, but they still made him a storyline
Yeah,
anyway.
because they had to because he was so relevant. But yeah, like it's the fake storylines are really annoying. Um, I'm interested to see too, like we've talked about it on the pod, of if they're gonna try to do like a Mercedes 2.0 between George and Lewis.
Yeah,
There's
which would
so
be
much
annoying.
drama within this sport, you do not need to make up anything, honestly,
Yeah,
you do not.
yeah. I feel like they take like the shortcuts sometimes with like this will be quicker, easier drama.
Yeah,
And I don't want that anymore because I, like many people, came up, we became fans through Drive to Survive.
yeah.
I thought that Max was evil.
No, yeah, no, I did too. I think
Like,
you just learn it's immaturity and a lot of pressure from outside sources, AKA his father.
but it's like you're bringing people into I know you need the antagonist, but it's just, I don't know, manufacturing people to make them seem worse, I don't like.
Did you ever see the show Jury Duty on Amazon?
Yes.
There is no antagonist in that, and it is perfect television. It was nominated for a Golden Globe. So take a page out of their book, Drive to
Yeah.
Survive. You don't need to do it.
Yeah. Take that, Netflix.
Take that, Netflix. Amazon's got you.
All right. Ins.
My next in is You might not like me for this one. More post-race disqualifications.
No, that ruined my whole life.
The amount of chaos that came from the disqualification also just I think I liked it. I mean, I didn't like it in the moment. I can laugh about it now. I just think that it drove so much chaos, and I'm
I
here
didn't
for it.
like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I think it's also because it affected some of my faves,
Yeah.
um, Lewis and Charles. I'm so sorry to you. Um, I think we just I don't like anything where they're like the race ends and then the stewards are like, by the way, like do it on time, please.
Yeah. Do it quicker.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy. Disagree with that one. Um, my next one in for this season is delusional positivity.
Isn't that our entire podcast?
Yeah, but it's super extra in this year
Okay.
because I remember at the end of the season was like, I'm not ready to be a delusional Ferrari fan yet. I'm ready. I'm
You're
ready.
ready.
Oh, I'm so delusional. We're gonna win. It's so exciting.
Does
Alex
this mean you
Albon's
now
gonna
have faith
win.
in the W15 now?
Yep, full faith in the
Full
W15,
in.
full faith in the car that Ferrari is going to make, full faith in the Williams. I have full faith in everything. It's going to go so good. Delusional positivity is in. And that's why I'm going to be turning the races off if they don't go my way.
That is true. So you just stay in that delusional. Nothing
Exactly.
bad can happen if the TV's not on.
Nothing bad can happen if I don't watch it.
Exactly.
So, I'm going to watch no racing this year. I'm just going to have to keep turning it off.
Okay. Outs. Um, the Dutch national anthem. I feel like that's low-hanging fruit, but it's out.
I think it's accurate though. We've heard it. I would say like it doesn't have to be fully out because that's just unrealistic,
Yeah.
but
It
we need to hear other things as well.
yeah, we need our Spotify rap needs to look a little different.
Yeah. Yeah. We need some other anthems. Um my next out is drivers phoning it in for Secret Santa. And they like and by that I mean like when they give really lame bad gifts, like their own
Yeah.
merch, looking at you, Yuki, or a calendar of another driver that the person they're giving the gift to already has the calendar, looking at you, Charles Leclerc. Like, come
Yeah,
on, let's put some effort in.
that whole thing was really uncomfortable to watch, honestly, the calendar exchanges. Yeah.
Like, we need
Um,
to Max Verstappen, everyone needs to take a page out of his book because
he's such a good gift giver.
every year he gives a thoughtful gift.
He does. He gives a good gift. Honestly, Logan Sargent did a really good job this year too.
That was so cute, his gift. He
His
got
yeah, his, the baby onesie and
mhm.
then road trip book for the US.
Yeah, it was his he had K-Mag. So he
Yeah.
got K-Mag had a baby throughout at some point during this season. So he got a little onesie for the baby and a
I just
little
think
book.
it shows how like certain ones they're so good like if they have like know them so well.
Mhm.
I think it just shows that they're all not as tight knit as I would want them to be.
Yeah, but even if they're not tight knit, it's like there's so much information about them online. Like you could figure something out to get them that's not a beanie from your own merch line, Yuki.
Yeah.
So I've enough of that. We're putting effort in this year, everybody.
Putting so much effort in.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to do one more in and out each?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I have so many ins. I should have nixed the
Sure.
post race disqualification because I have better ones. My in for 2024 is new curses because Max broke a
Mm,
lot of them last year. So we got to start setting up new ones. So new curses.
new curses. I love it. I love
And I
that.
love reporting on the curses. So we need new ones.
We are, and we are like ripe for starting new curses. Like we're in deep into a Red Bull domination era. Like
Yeah,
it's time for some new ones.
it's time.
Um, my in is a little bit of it's a little of a phone it in, but it needs to be said. In for 2024 championship battles.
Oh, yeah. That's a good
We
one,
need
though.
them.
It's
We
ac
want them. We need them.
I don't want to see who's fighting for P2.
I think. I mean, I would love battles up and down the grid.
Yeah.
Like it was still an entertaining season to watch, like because there was so much movement in the midfield and stuff. But we want we want movement everywhere. We want battles everywhere. Will it
Yeah.
happen? Probably not. Uh,
TBD.
but I would love a championship battle.
Yeah. Same. I'd love it.
All right. Ouch.
My final out is going to be the rotating RB AlphaTauri seats. The rotating door that is on those seats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not a fan. And it screams toxic workplace to me.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Doesn't it? Because you think, like, if you go in for an interview, there's certain questions that you ask. And one of the questions you ask is, like, how long did the person that had my job before me, how long did they have it? And you do your research and you find out how long people stay at a company, because if there's a lot of turnover, it shows that it's a toxic workplace. And it's just screaming toxic workplace, and it needs to be remedied. And maybe some people need to go. Another out is maybe another person needs to go.
Marco.
Yeah.
If we
That
whisper it, we can get in trouble.
we can't get we can't get in trouble if we whisper Helmet Marco. It's like the Voldemort. We don't say his name anymore on this
he,
podcast.
he who shall not be named. We can't
He
talk.
shall not be
We can't
named.
say
We're gonna get a cease and desist.
it. I don't care. Don't.
Yeah, I also don't think that. I mean, I don't have a leg to stand on with that. I was about to say I don't think it doesn't. I don't think it could be like a fun, like, camaraderie place if everyone's just leaving.
Yeah. I think from an outside perspective too, I feel like it's just getting to be like kind of a tired storyline.
Yeah,
Like you're never really sure who's in and who's out. It's kind of tiring. Um, and all things go well for Checo, I think that we will have the end of the revolving door, at least, yeah, like mid-season.
yeah,
As long as he performs, he has his contract, and then they have Daniel and Yuki. Can't imagine really much is going to change there unless something changes with Checo. So
yeah.
we will see.
We'll see.
Um, my last one is I'm interested to see what you think of this. Lance Stroll hate. I'm
Ooh,
so
I know.
over
I
it.
like that one. I think
I'm
everyone's. He's just like an easy target for everybody, and I don't
It's a
really.
cheap shot that people like to
Yeah,
use, and I'm tired of it.
I'm over it. There's no
And I
need for
know
it.
there was some drama, which we won't get into because I think everything that needs to be said has already been said about it.
Yeah,
But overall, I think I mean, news sources and podcasts and creators and other, influencers and people in the space. I think they use it as a cheap shot, and I'm tired of it.
I
I
think
think,
too. Like, yeah, Lance this year hasn't been great for him performance wise. But there's a reason he's still in F1, and it's not because of his dad's money, because there are other people who have had, like, a very similar situation who are not in F1 anymore because they literally were there because of their parents' money.
we have evolved past
I just think
making
too
these
l
kinds of
yeah.
jokes or like these punchlines. I just like yeah, maybe when he joined or like, 5, 6 years ago, this could have been like a funny haha pay driver. Like it's over. Like get over. I'm so tired of it.
Yeah,
The jokes aren't funny. The hate is like whatever.
it's nothing new.
Yeah.
Get some new content.
New content. Bring new content. You know who I would
Yeah.
be? I find all of these jokes funny about being a pay driver. Nikita Mazepin. Those jokes will forever be funny.
Because he
Forever.
is.
Forever those are funny.
That was,
Um,
like, the person, I was thinking of when I said those other things. That's who I was thinking of.
so
I also
yeah.
just can I say one final in?
I have like a couple more if you want to like rattle off, or if you just want to say one more. I'm
Okay.
down for whatever.
I wanna say another final this one could be my final in, that's fine with me. IndyCar. It is
Oh
in.
yeah.
It is in, baby.
IndyCar is so in for 2024.
So in. We're going to races.
We'll be at races. We will before the season starts, we'll do an IndyCar like basics episode. We'll run you through all of that
Yeah.
so that we can all watch along together. Um IndyCar is so much fun. I'm so excited.
IndyCar's fun, and anybody who got into F1 because of Drive to Survive, IndyCar kind of has something similar. 100
Yeah,
Days IndyCar. To
100 days.
in
Yeah, so
to Indy.
it's the lead up to the Indy 500, which is obviously their big race of the year, but it's kind of interesting because it's like mid season, um,
Yep.
and the drivers are super cool. That you can watch, I think, on the CW, I think for free.
Yeah, I don't think you even need an account. I think I just watched it. But it was so fun, and you get to each driver had kind of their own episode, or
Yeah,
some of the drivers, they kind of picked a few. And they talked a lot about, Arrow McLaren because they're doing really, really well, but they're still very new to the space. They talked about Andretti and how they have a lot of history. They talk a lot about Mario and Michael, so it's very cool.
yeah,
And they're going to be Andretti will be on the grid very soon.
Andretti.
So it'll be
Yes,
cool to know them beyond what they're gonna do in F1.
right. Yeah, yeah. I highly recommend you watch the show. Helps you get to know the drivers, and then yeah, I mean the racing is really fun to watch. It's closer than a Formula One race typically is. Like for example, Alex Palou won the championship this past year in IndyCar, and he won at the second to last race, was it, or third to last? I think it
It
was.
was towards the last. And then
Um,
wasn't the year before, I think, like, Will Power win the year
Will
before?
Power won the year
And
before, but
he only won, like, 1 or 2 races,
yeah,
right?
so it's just a lot closer. I mean, Alex Palou winning before the last race of the season, like that's very uncommon. Um, it typically goes down to the last race of the season, which makes it really exciting,
Yeah.
really fun. And
And
then obviously the 500 is really cool to watch. Ovals are fun, everybody. Ovals are
ovals,
really cool.
ovals are fun.
Ovals are
Ovals are
fun.
cool. Ovals
The
are very
racing's really fun.
scary, and they're awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Very, very cool. Very, very much recommend getting into IndyCar. We will help you. Don't you worry.
Yes.
That episode will be coming before the IndyCar season starts so that we can all enjoy IndyCar together. But if you are able to go to an IndyCar race, I 10 out of 10 recommend you go.
Yeah, it's
They're so
so awesome.
so, and maybe we'll see you there.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah. Um, I don't have one that beats that, so I think we should just end it there.
Perfect. I just wanted to make sure I got that in.
Very, very good call out. We needed to include that one. But yeah, that wraps it up. Hopefully this time next week when we talk to you, we'll be feeling a little bit better, a little less COVID-y. I won't be slurping away at my eucalyptus tea during the episode. Sorry if you could hear that. Um, didn't enter my brain to like way too far into the episode that I've just been like sipping tea literally, and this is a sensitive microphone as we mentioned. But yeah, we'll be back next week. Enjoy your week. Love you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.